So you're hard stuck in solo queue because your AD carries are completely useless. Unless they stomp lane, they're glorified back massagers. Well, the blame is on you. You're probably not prioritizing your AD carry when you make macro decisions. Almost every game, you're dragging your AD carry into 50-50 fights in the mid game and not creating opportunities for your AD carry to farm. It's very likely that you're not going to a side lane and then you're stealing farm or jungle from the AD carry. There's a reason why your AD carry is stuck with 7 CS per minute. It's your job giving your AD carry some space to farm during the mid game. In Season 12, the win condition is the AD carry. Right now, the games are determined by whichever team's Jinx, Kaiser, or Vayne gets the first kill in the teamfight. You just can't win by ignoring your bot lane anymore. That era is way over. With Lulu and Nami as the current support meta, no champion has enough bursts or tools to deal with the enemy bot lane. Give enough XP and gold, well, there's your win condition. Adversely, junglers and mid laners should prioritize shutting down the enemy bot lane. Bot lane is no longer a glorified top lane. You can't win consistently by getting another lane ahead and ignoring bot lane. You have to make sure your bot lane has the lead, because whichever AD carry completes their mythic item first wins. The difference between having a Gale Force or Kraken Slayer compared to just components is massive. Having a Jinx with a Gale Force is a guaranteed Drake. That's either a delay on the enemy soul, so you have more time to make a comeback, or a win at 35 if both teams go even from that point on. It's also a lane swap, which means another tower, or hell, you could easily ARAM and drive the enemy mid laner off their tower. Your jungler can very easily get Herald in the meantime, since the AD carry with an early mythic item is pushing mid lane. But let's say that didn't happen. You either didn't pay attention to your bot lane, or they really suck. They lost lane 4-0 and you want to FF15. If it was Season 10 and that 4-0 was a Zed or Kiana, sure. But all of the things you can do with a fed AD carry is through objectives. They kind of have to leave the losing bot lane alone if you want to have an impact on the map. So you can try your best to contest objectives. If one of you has a solid lead, you can maybe win a 50-50 teamfight, while your AD carry farms for free in an empty lane, that usually being bot lane. Just don't make your AD carry commit to teamfights. They need items if they want to have some carry potential in the mid to late game. And if you're not confident about playing with one less person, just don't teamfight. Only make a play when you're going even or have an advantage. You don't have to fight 4v4 when the enemy is taking Drake. You're better off trying to get a pick in top lane or a plate or two in the mid lane. Just make sure you're not slugging it out against a fed AD carry with 4 meat bags in front of him. The less you make your AD carry commit to teamfights, the more time he gains to catch waves or clear jungle in order to come back. You're making the situation even worse if you end up committing to a teamfight earlier in the game than you should be and then getting aced. Always ask yourself, are we contesting an objective? If you are, and you're ahead, or you think you can reasonably win, go for it. If you're not ahead, let your AD farm, with the exception of a game-ending Baron, Soul, or Elder. Do I have any micro objectives that I can go for? A minion wave, plate, gank, free kill, etc. If the answer is no, try roaming bot lane. So it's mid to late game. Can I kill this minion wave? If you still have a power spike left, kill the minion wave. But make sure to freeze the wave unless the enemy is likely going to push that wave. In that case, let the wave bounce back into neutral. If you're going to get less value out of the gold than the AD carry, which is likely the case, ping assistance on the wave and make sure he's not dumb enough to push the wave back. If you're the AD carry, you're almost always expected to freeze the wave unless your team wants to push to take an objective. If for nothing else, freezing makes sure your waves reach the enemy with less minions left, therefore granting them less gold. That's pretty much it. By taking less 50-50s and not griefing minion waves in jungle camps, you'll make sure your AD carry hits that juicy 9 to 10 CS per minute.